Hello, my name is Lily.
And my name is Max.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Fluent Hub. I'm so excited you're here with us today. Whether you're joining us for the very first time or you're one of our amazing returning listeners, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey there. Great to be back. And seriously, every time we record, I think, wow, we have such an incredible community of English learners. Today is going to be a really useful episode.
It really is. You know, Smith and I were actually talking before we started recording, and I made a mistake. I used the wrong word, and it made things sound a little off. And that's exactly what today's episode is about.
That's right. Today, we're talking about two words that confuse so many English learners. And honestly, even native speakers sometimes get mixed up. We're talking about client and customer.
Yes, and I promise you, by the end of today's episode, you'll know exactly when to use each word. You'll sound more natural, more professional, and more confident in your English.
And you know what's great? This is the kind of vocabulary that really matters. If you work in business, if you talk to people at work, if you shop, or if you provide any kind of service, you need these words.
So here's our question for you today. Before we even begin, which word do you use more often? Client or customer? Go ahead and tell us in the comments right now. We would love to know.
And while you're down there in the comments, make sure you hit the subscribe button on Talk Fluent Hub so you never miss an episode. We put out new content regularly, and we don't want you to miss anything.
Okay, so let's get into it. This is going to be a great one. I'm really looking forward to breaking this down with you.
Me too. Let's start from the very beginning. What these words actually mean and where they come from. Let's go.
All right, so let's start with the basics. What is a customer? A customer is someone who buys a product or a service, usually one-time or occasional interaction. The key idea here is a transaction. Something is bought, money is exchanged, and that's it.
Exactly. Think about it this way. When you walk into a grocery store and you buy some milk and bread, you are a customer. You picked up the item, you paid, you left. Simple as that.
Right. And that's the important thing. A customer relationship is usually short. It's a one-time or occasional interaction. There's no ongoing agreement, no personal relationship with the business. You just buy something and go.
Let me give you some more examples. If you go to a fast food restaurant, you're a customer. If you buy something from an online shop, you're a customer. If you fill up your car with petrol at a petrol station, you're a customer. These are all quick transactions.
Now, here's a simple formula to remember. Customer equals product or service plus quick transaction plus no long-term relationship. Got it? Write that down.
Oh, I love that formula. And listeners, can you think of a time this week when you were a customer? Maybe at a coffee shop, a pharmacy, a supermarket? Tell us in the comments. We want to hear your examples.
Now let's talk about client. A client is also someone who receives a product or a service, but the relationship is different. A client usually has an ongoing, more personal relationship with the business or professional. There's a longer-term agreement involved.
Yes. Think about it. If you hire a lawyer to help you with a legal case, you become their client. You don't just walk in, pay, and leave. You have meetings, discussions, documents, a real working relationship that continues over time.
Here's another great example. If you go to a hairdresser once, maybe you're just a customer. But if you go back to the same hairdresser every month, they know your name, they know your style, they keep notes about what you like, now you're probably a client.
So here's the client formula. Client equals professional service plus ongoing relationship plus personal interaction. That's the key difference.
And here's the big question. Can you use customer in the negative form? Well, not really in grammar terms, but you can say not a regular customer or no longer a customer. Can you think of a sentence using one of these phrases? Try it out loud right now.
Great work, everyone. So to quickly summarize this first section, A customer is usually a one-time or occasional buyer of a product or service, and a client has an ongoing professional relationship with a service provider. These are two very different levels of relationship.
Okay, now let's build on that foundation. We know the basic difference, but let's look at where you'll actually see these words used in real life. Because honestly, context is everything in English.
That's so true. Let me start with some industries where you'll almost always hear client. Think about law firms. Lawyers have clients, not customers. Think about accounting firms. Accountants have clients. Financial advisors, therapists, architects, advertising agencies, they all use the word client.
And there's a reason for that. These are all professional services where the relationship is personal and ongoing. The service provider is working specifically for you, often adapting to your unique needs. That personal attention is why client feels right.
Now, on the other hand, think about retail shops. They have customers. Restaurants have customers. Airlines have customers. Hotels often say guests, but in a business sense, travelers are customers.
Let me demonstrate this with a little dialogue. Imagine you're a graphic designer talking to someone at a party. Someone asks, "So, what do you do for work?" You say, "I'm a freelance graphic designer. I work with several clients." That sounds very professional and natural, right?
Right. But if you said, "I work with several customers," it sounds a little strange. It makes it sound like you're selling something in a shop, not providing a creative, professional service.
Exactly. The word client elevates the relationship. It signals professionalism, and this matters in real conversations, especially in a work environment.
Now let's compare formal versus informal usage. In formal business writing, you should always use the correct term. If you're writing an email to a law firm about their clients, use client. If you're writing a review of a restaurant, use customer.
But in casual, everyday conversation, people sometimes mix these words up. And you know what? In some contexts, especially in British English, customer can be used a little more broadly. But in professional settings, especially in business English, getting this right really does matter.
Quick practice activity. I'm going to describe a situation, and you think about which word fits better, client or customer. Then say it out loud. Ready?
First situation. You go to McDonald's and order a burger. Are you a client or a customer? Think about it. You're a customer. It's a quick transaction. Product, payment, done.
Second situation. You hire a marketing agency to help promote your business for 6 months. Are you a client or a customer? You're a client. There's an ongoing service, a professional relationship, and the agency is working specifically for your business needs.
How did you do? Share your answers in the comments. We love hearing from you. And if this is making sense, write "I get it" in the comment section. It really motivates us.
To review, use client for ongoing professional service relationships. Use customer for one-time or short-term product or service purchases. Remember, context and industry really matter here.
Wonderful. Let's now look at a third and very important aspect of this topic, how these words affect your professional image. Because here's the thing, the word you choose says something about how you see the people you work with.
Oh, this is so interesting. Think about it. If you run a business and you call your clients customers, it might actually sound like you don't value the depth of your relationship with them. On the other hand, calling every single person who buys a chocolate bar from your shop a client? Well, that sounds a bit over the top.
Right. So getting this right actually shows emotional intelligence and professional awareness. Let me give you some real-life practice situations.
Situation 1. You're a personal trainer. You work with people one-on-one for months, creating personalized fitness plans, checking in with them regularly. Do you call them clients or customers? Definitely clients. The relationship is personal, ongoing, and tailored to each person.
Situation 2. You own a bookshop. People come in, browse, buy a book, and leave. Are they clients or customers? They're customers. It's a transactional relationship. They bought a product, not a personal service.
Situation 3. You're a web developer. You build websites for businesses and you work with them for months. Meetings, revisions, updates. Are they clients or customers? Clients, absolutely. The work is personalized, professional, and ongoing.
Now, here's a tip for politeness and naturalness. If you're ever unsure, and this is a great English tip in general, you can sometimes use a neutral word like people we work with or the businesses we serve. But honestly, in most professional contexts, learning the right word will always make you sound better.
Absolutely. And here's a tone tip. When you say my clients, there's a warmth and ownership in that phrase. It sounds like you really care about the people you serve. When you say my customers, it can still be warm, but it has a slightly more transactional feel.
Okay, mini practice time. I'll describe a professional and you tell me what word they'd use. Ready?
A dentist who sees the same patients regularly. Client or customer?
Actually, this is a great one. Dentists usually say patients, not clients or customers. But in business terms, they lean toward clients because of the ongoing relationship and personalized care.
Exactly right. See, this is how native speakers think. They consider the relationship depth, the service type, and the industry. So listeners, say it out loud now. I work with clients, or I serve customers. Which one sounds right for your work?
We want you to share that in the comments. Tell us your job or field and tell us which word fits your situation. This is real, practical English that you can use right away.
And remember, speaking out loud is one of the best ways to learn. Don't just read this in your head. Say the words. Feel them. Use them in a sentence about your life. That's how language sticks. To wrap up this section, the word you choose reflects the relationship you have. Client implies depth, professionalism, and ongoing commitment. Customer implies a transaction-based, often shorter relationship. Both are completely valid. You just need to use the right one at the right time.
Okay, friends, now it's time for one of my favorite parts of every episode. Let's talk about common mistakes. And I'll be honest, I've made some of these mistakes myself. No shame at all. That's how we learn.
Same here. When I first started learning business English, I used client and customer completely interchangeably. I just thought they were synonyms. They're not. And today we'll show you exactly why that matters.
Mistake number 1, using client for retail customers. This is very common. People think client sounds more professional, so they use it for everything. But saying something like, the clients at our supermarket expect fast service sounds very unnatural. In a supermarket, they're customers.
Here's the wrong version. Our supermarket clients are very loyal. Here's the correct version. Our supermarket customers are very loyal. The relationship in retail is transactional, so customer is the right word.
And why is this wrong? Because client implies a personalized professional service relationship. A supermarket doesn't provide that kind of relationship with each person who walks in to buy groceries.
Mistake number 2, using customer in professional service contexts. This one goes the other way. Imagine a lawyer saying, I have a lot of customers this week. That sounds really strange. Lawyers have clients, not customers.
Wrong. My lawyer has many customers. Correct. My lawyer has many clients. Why is this wrong? Because legal work is a professional, personalized service, not a product you pick up off a shelf.
Mistake number 3, this one's a little funny. Using client to sound fancy in completely wrong contexts. I once heard someone say, the clients at my hot dog stand love the spicy sauce. Hot dog stand. That made everyone laugh.
Hot dog stand clients. I love it. Look, we understand the temptation. Client does sound more impressive, but using it incorrectly actually makes you sound less professional, not more. The goal is accuracy, not fancy sounding words. Correct version: the customers at my hot dog stand love the spicy sauce. Short transaction, product-based, no ongoing relationship. Definitely customers. Mistake number 4, forgetting about industry-specific language. Some professions have their own preferred terms. Doctors say patients. Hotels say guests. But in a general business sense, when choosing between client and customer, always think about the relationship type first. Practice prompt. Try correcting these sentences. Number 1, the client at the coffee shop ordered 3 espressos. What's the correction? Say it out loud.
The answer is the customer at the coffee shop ordered 3 espressos. Coffee shop, quick transaction. Customer.
Number 2, we need to keep our customers happy. They've been using our consulting services for 5 years. What's the correction?
We need to keep our clients happy. They've been using our consulting services for 5 years. Consulting, 5 years, ongoing relationship? That's a client relationship.
You're doing great. And listen, if you've been making these mistakes, please don't worry. Every single English learner makes them. The fact that you're here, listening, learning, and trying, that's what matters most. Mistakes are just steps on the path to fluency. So to wrap up the mistakes section, don't use client in retail or simple transactional situations. Don't use customer for professional, personalized service relationships. Think about the relationship type first, and you'll make the right choice every time.
All right, we've made it to our favorite part of the show, interactive practice. This is where you get to test yourself. I call this section Choose the Correct Word. Are you ready?
I love this part. Listeners, for each situation, choose either client or customer and say your answer out loud before we give you the correct one. Let's go.
Situation 1. You walk into a pharmacy to buy some cold medicine. You pay at the register and leave. Which word describes you? Client or customer?
The answer is customer. You bought a product. It was a quick transaction. There's no ongoing professional relationship. Customer is perfect here.
Situation 2. You hire a personal financial advisor who manages your investments, meets with you every quarter, and creates a customized financial plan for you. Which word describes you?
Client. This is a professional service. It's personalized. It's ongoing. This is exactly what client is for.
Situation 3. You go to a restaurant for dinner on a Friday night. You order, eat, pay, and leave. Client or customer?
Customer. Quick visit. Transactional. No ongoing personalized service. Restaurant customer. That's natural English.
Situation 4. An advertising agency has been creating campaigns for your company for 2 years. They know your brand, your goals, your audience. What does the agency call you?
You're their client. Long-term relationship. Professional service tailored to your needs. Definitely client.
Situation 5. You call a plumber to fix a leaking pipe. They come once, fix it, charge you, and leave. Client or customer?
This one's actually a little tricky. Many people would say customer because it was a one-time visit, but some service professionals, like plumbers who do personalized work, might say client. In most everyday British or American English, this would typically be customer, especially if it's just a one-off job.
Great nuance. That's real English. It's not always black and white. Context, industry, and relationship length all play a role. And that's okay. The more you practice, the more natural these choices will feel.
Now, here's a challenge for you. Create your own sentence using client correctly and one using customer correctly. Write them in the comments below. We read every single comment and we love seeing your examples. The goal isn't perfection, it's real communication. Don't be afraid to try. Even if your sentence isn't perfect, you're building your English brain, one word at a time. Keep practicing out loud. Keep writing in the comments. And remember, every expert was once a beginner. Real conversation and real effort are how you get there. You've got this.
Oh my goodness, what a fantastic episode. I am so proud of you for making it all the way through. Let's take a moment to celebrate what you've learned today because it is genuinely really useful stuff.
Absolutely. Let's recap the 3 main things we covered today. Number 1, a customer is someone who makes a purchase, usually a one-time or transactional interaction. Think retail, restaurants, shops, online orders.
Number 2, A client is someone who has an ongoing, professional, often personalized relationship with a service provider. Think lawyers, accountants, consultants, designers, therapists, and coaches.
And number 3, the word you choose actually reflects your professional understanding and your awareness of relationship depth. Using the right word makes you sound more natural, more fluent, and more professional in English.
You've done incredible work today. And here's the best part. You can start using these words correctly right now. Today, in your next English conversation, your next email, your next meeting. You have the tools.
Here's a reflective question to think about before you go. In your own work or daily life, do you work with clients or customers? Or maybe both? Take a moment to think about that, and then write your answer in the comments. We genuinely love reading what you write.
And as always, if this episode helped you, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend who's learning English, and most importantly, subscribe to Talk Fluent Hub so you don't miss our next episode. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep making content for you.
We want to say a huge, heartfelt thank you to every single person listening today. Whether you're watching from Pakistan, India, Brazil, Japan, Nigeria, Spain, wherever you are in the world, we are so grateful for you. Keep learning, keep practicing, and never stop believing in yourself.
Learning English is a journey, and you are absolutely on the right path. Every episode you listen to, every word you practice, every comment you write, it all adds up. You are making progress, even when it doesn't feel like it.
We'll be back very soon with another episode full of practical, real-world English. Until then, keep talking, keep learning, and know that this whole Talk Fluent Hub community is cheering for you every step of the way. See you next time.